from the east. May wisdom us, so north us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house may right from above, ancestors gather, may from below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core war from the center, galactic source, which is everywhere as the light of mutual love. Yum Huna Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Yum Huna Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Yum Huna Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Welcome to Vegetable Soup on Wednesday in the Village. I'm Viata, and thank you for joining me this evening. Yes, thank you, Daryl, for the note that I'm going in and out. Please be patient, because my Wi-Fi is just acting a little erratic for the last 2 videos. So we go in and out. So far, it's just like a few seconds. So thank you. Daryl Gardner is joining us. And thank you for being here. And I want to suggest when it goes out that you just take a deep breath and love. That's all. Next video shows up, I just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and send love and energy and power to my life. Just got boosters and all kinds of. So I think it's a opportunity when we lose connection. Let it be an opportunity for you to pause and breathe. I think that may be the biggest message, because so many people are just go. And the opportunity of Wi-Fi acting like it is pause and go. It's just telling pause, breathe, and welcome to the village. So let's get started here. Let me just start again.
The cook could put it in high. The cook could put in high. And how could what's in this order? Could the cook request cut on in high. The cook could put it in high. Now on the back, the cool tap it out. The cooks a hopper, a car popper up. Bonanza put order. Go who's to get a limit to order a zempa. I get count that noon. I kick the geek up moon to whip out to sad. I knew get a was, look at Papa good ass. I knew I would for both Pop Black.
Never know what's gonna happen. Having trouble connecting, please check your internet connection. It's telling me. And it's still going in and out. And I really think this time has more to do with the planets, because there's some things going on in the planets. I'm getting all kinds of YouTube messages for me personally to prepare in this period that I'm in June. And so just a word to all of you who join me. Thank you so much for being here. We've got a great show of information for all of us to have very thought-provoking ideas. And tonight is Vegetable Soup for Women Night. Okay, we're back. So this is a night. So send love and prayers and breathe. That's how we get through this. Because somebody, I think they don't want you to hear this message, because what I'm seeing is a lot of death of young Black women, especially. And the reason I came up with this topic is because this morning there was a news item on my phone. I can't believe I'm really not asking for, but a young Black woman, and I think it's Alabama, who was a certified nurse assistant. She's grieving because they died 20 years old, I think. And always looking at these pictures of the I'm always looking at these videos with WIGS. 90.9% of the time of these stories, especially Black women, they're wearing wigs. Either the women are fighting each other and the wigs are flying. In this case, the one that had a picture with the little blue hair and the long straight hair. I just feel it's time to bring this out again and ask you to think about sharing with women who are having health issues, wearing nails, eyelashes, all the matrix items of materialism are catching up with a lot of women, I believe, because we're seeing a lot of deaths now. And I try to be quiet on this issue because it's a triggering for women who really love their hair, wigs, and nails. But it's time. The deaths are showing up. Every time I see a woman who has died and they show a picture of hair that's not hers, it's straight Asian hair, as we'll say. So I want to start out, first of all, if you send, oh, I'm glad my videos didn't go away. If you send me a Cash App, this show is dedicated to our book, Vegetable Soup for Women. And if you send me a Cash App for any amount, I will send you this Vegetable Soup for Women ebook, collection of stories to nourish your body. This book is a compilation of 9 authors. We didn't even know each other, But with the help of AI and some very tech savvy people, authors in this book, we put together a cover, a front, an introduction, and then we put all the stories in a particular order to help nourish the brain and the body and the mind. There's stories in there about finances, the body, the mind. I think Daryl's here. I think Daryl purchased Daryl sent me a Cash App. Thank you, Daryl. Appreciate it. And I sent him the book. So maybe Daryl can give us some feedback if he read the book. If not, okay, we understand. And Daryl says, thanks for the breath technique. Yes. So tonight, if Wi-Fi probably go in and out. Hopefully it won't. I've been praying every time we go out. Please help. Angels, messengers, ancestors, can you give help? But it's available to you when you send me a Cash App to sign and my breathe. Okay, we're back. Breathing in and out. This is a good time actually to be breathing, practicing our breathing. And Cash App, $ Vieta Robinson. If you send me an amount for any a gift, donation, I'll send you the vegetable soup book, which I think will bless you. And my surprise, because it really was a divine order of who was participating, who was not, what stories were going to be included. There was a lot of prayer that went into this book, so I want to get it into your hands as long as you're giving a donation or give any amount. So thank you for coming on this Wednesday night. Now, I want to start tonight with a teacher's concern about the hair thing. And that's where it really gets to me about generational, the effect this hair issue is having on generation. Black women, I tell my granddaughter, she has very soft curls for the most part because her mom's Colombian. Her dad's my son who has very curly hair. And I tell my granddaughter all the time, because she when her mother let her straighten her hair, she's 11 now. She'll be 12 this month. She was just, she was so excited because she's struggling. She was struggling with these curls most of her young life. And then when her mother let her straighten her hair, it was like freedom. And I told her, I said, Black women have a hair journey most of their life. If you have any melanin in you, if you're mixed race and you got curly hair, and you're a Black woman, especially Black child, Black female, you have a hair story most of your life. I did. My mother was a beautician. Pressing comb, thank goodness we had that. We went swimming, it was back to curls. And then when the afro came out, thank goodness, we didn't have to worry about getting our necks burnt with the pressing comb. And then it was chemical relaxers, and through a hair journey. But it's not like today. The hair issue is big commercially, I think, more than anything, where wigs are flying off the counter, off the shelf. And there's a story I'm going to show you where a man went to a foreign country and he was literally attacked by men asking if he would buy hair in that country. Let's start off. I'm going to show you a few YouTube videos that I found that were thought-provoking, informative, and somewhat entertaining, that hopefully get you thinking, maybe share this with women who are still covering their hair. Now, I put this wrap on tonight because my hair is in braids. My hair is growing so fast right now that in the summertime, it shrinks. And when I braid it, it acts much better when I have to go or do it. I keep my hair in braids most of the time. I just wrap it up. I encourage to material for curly hair. Buy material at the store. for your curly hair when you don't know what to do with it, basically. When you don't know what to do with your hair, instead of throwing a wig on it, and you're going to find out why the wig is not the solution anymore, because it's very becoming toxic and affecting women even to death, I think. If you're wearing these things too long, there's going to be consequences. Just like the nails. If you wear those 24/7 and you start having fibromyalgia and who knows what else, you might think about what's covering the fingers. Find out tonight what the cons are. Let me share what this teacher worried. This was very interesting to me to hear. The teacher is worried about
teenage girls in wigs.
I might not be the best.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why that didn't show up. Okay,
Let's
here
talk
we
about
go.
4 shorts that popped up on my feed about hair. I'm going to talk about these 4 shorts because these are things that I talk about all the time, but they're going to talk about because individuals hearing somebody. The very first one is
I might not be the best person to with the wig era in our teenager. Maybe I'm not the best person to talk about this, but and maybe concern isn't the best word to use, but I have quite a few students who've made comments about them not feeling pretty without their wig done. They're wearing their real hair. They're saying really themselves. I was a sew-in wearer during peak sew-in days. Leave out with the big fluffy curls, Brazilian 22, 24, 26 inch, 5 bundles layered. I was in that era. And then quickly.
So I'm going to stop it right here. I've talked about this before. When it comes to the wigs, when it comes to our young ladies, and like she just said, and she's seeing this in real time, we have young ladies who cannot leave the house without a wig. We have young ladies who do not feel beautiful without their wigs. And when we're talking about wigs, we also have to mention the texture. More than likely, these wigs that these young ladies are wearing do not match their actual texture, or it doesn't at least resemble it. And I actually beg to differ that she is not the correct person to talk about this. I believe that she is relaxed and she is going to say that, but I think she is the perfect person to talk about this with, or to talk about it, because they are coming to her and she sees them every day.
Now, I want to add to this that if these are young girls in high school, they're not paying $3,000 for that hair. We're talking about plastic. A lot of these girls are putting plastic hair on their head, and there's already a problem with microplastic the bloodstream of human planet, as we have plastic. And what is our young girls wearing hair on their head, plastic, because they cannot afford $3,000 wigs unless they're stealing it from a store. But consideration, it's worse for the young girls because they're not even getting what you might call real hair.
Switched to the closure era. That didn't last very long for me. But when I look back at the pictures of me with the closure, I look crazy. In between hairstyles, I would look at my hairline and it was disappearing. My edges were disappearing. I already have bald temples. I don't need no help with glue. I've been there and I've done that. And I made the decision to relax my hair and start wearing my real hair in December of 2022. So with the exception of maybe 2 sew-ins and some braided hairstyles here and there, I've been wearing my real hair. You see, I'm a real hair warrior right now. But I'm concerned not only because of the things that they say about their real hair, but I'm also concerned about the health of their real hair at such a young age. You're gluing something to your head. And people can say, you put it at this part. That don't matter. You're literally putting something on your hairline, on your hair. And with the cap, and it's, you can't debate me on that one because I did it. But the glue is right here. Yeah, and now my hair is bald all right here from constantly pulling something over my hair. My hairline was disappearing. I even had to get used to how I looked with my real hair because I was so used to wearing sew-ins. But I'm concerned. I was an adult wearing sew-ins. I was 26, 27, or 14 with wigs.
So
Wigs.
this is the situation that we're in now. Breathe, breathe. This is the situation we have. Young girls. It's not even adults anymore that are creating this issue. It's younger, starting with young girls. I truly believe it's all intentional. The marketing of fake hair and the synthetic and the plastic very intentional to, again, reduce the population. This is a huge program about in the country and our world to reduce the population, and marketing of products is a big part of it, whether it's pharmaceuticals or whatever. Now let's look at what Dr. Bobby Price has to say about this. Why is this so serious? Because Dr. Bobby Price knows what's in the material. He's going to share with us his concern about the hidden toxins that are in these products. And that's why I believe this is very intentional.
Here are a few of the signs and symptoms of somebody who has lead toxicity: headaches, fatigue, brain and nervous system damage. Okay. Seizures, increase in blood pressure, anemia, kidney issues, sleep issues, and
these products, guess what's going to happen? They are not going to be producing any babies because their reproductive system is going to be so out of balance and so toxic. It does, if there are any in the room, to start looking at sharing this for I was talking. No, on. Okay, so let's start with Dr. Bobby Price. Hope you're hanging in there with me. And every time the Wi-Fi goes off, it's a sign for us to breathe and just take in the moment with breathing. Let's just take in the moment with breathing. Share. And then here's Dr. Bobby Price to share why these toxins are important.
Fatigue, brain and nervous system damage, okay? Seizures, increase in blood pressure, anemia, kidney issues, sleep issues, and reproductive issues, okay? Sound familiar? Okay, low libido, all of these type of things. This comes from just lead poisoning, okay? This is what we saw in Flint, Michigan, just from the lead poisoning, okay? So the Consumer Report found that 9 out of 10 products had lead in them, okay? By the way, before I move on to the next thing, there was lead in the paint back in the prior to the 80s. In the 70s, they could use paint, okay? They outlawed that. You can't use lead in paint, but it's in your hair, okay? And was in the paint of old homes that got painted on homes that had lead paint. So just attach it to your scalp and it's on your neck. And this is a primary area of blood flow, okay? And your lymphatic system is here as well too. Anything you put on your skin goes in. So that's the first thing that they found. The second thing that they found was that 10 out of 10 of the products contain what are called VOCs. VOCs are volatile organic compounds, okay? Now, don't let the name organic fool you, okay? Volatile organic compounds. These include compounds like acetone, okay? That you quite often find in shops, which has massive amounts of acetone. Look at the cancer rates of people who work in those nail shops. I mean, as soon as you walk into the nail shop, all you can smell is the acetone. So volatile organic compounds, or VOC, those VOCs are 100% of all of the 10 products that they tested, okay? These include polypropylene, include things like PET, which is polyethylene terephthalate, also include polyvinyl chloride as well too. And all of these are considered potentially cancerous, okay? And in addition to those potentially, in 100%, 10 out of 10 of the products, other carcinogenic compounds as well too, like benzene or methylene chloride, okay, or naphthalene, okay? So they found in 100% of the products, carcinogenic compounds, 100% of the products, VOCs. And then 9 out of the 10 products, lead. Now, it's really, really important to understand that quite often you may be thinking to yourself, well, I haven't had any issues. When the real issue is you've had issues, but you never connected those issues to the fact that for probably most of your life, because I see like even my little cousins who are like 11 or 12 get braids, and they've been getting braids all their life, okay? They're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, and they have been getting braids. I don't believe I've ever seen their okay, so just and the amount of toxicity that's going into their bodies. And what people don't understand is that Many of the VOCs that I mentioned earlier are linked to skin irritations, okay, respiratory issues, and cancers. Okay, so you may think that you're not experiencing any issues, but then you got this skin issue that you went to your doctor and it doesn't go away, but you're still wearing the hair. Okay, some women have gotten their hair braided and instantly broken out. That is exactly what it was. It was these VOC compounds. Okay, some women have noticed that they have asthma. They had a newborn, and when they got the newborn, right before chemicals, it's like nobody's looking for chemicals in hair.
So that's about 5 minutes into Dr. Bobby Price. I'm going to let it end there. And if you're interested in hearing the rest of his lecture talk, it's called The Toxic, Dr. Bobby Price. Just look for Dr. Bobby Price, The Hidden Toxins in Wigs and Weaves. So as you can see, this is not a minor issue at all. We're seeing young people who are wearing these synthetic braids, hairs, and you see it everywhere, and colors and all that. And if they're wearing it 24/7, oh my goodness, this is serious, because we're looking at a whole generation being affected by this behavior pattern. And as you're going to see, this is not just an American issue, it's a global problem. And I have this really great, I hope this plays through. If not, I mean, remember, when the Wi-Fi goes out, just breathe and pray. Send love to the energy here. I don't know what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. I know everything's on. But this next guy, I saw him and I was like, wow, he is really consciously. Well, let me play one first. There was 2 of them. And I was impressed by the brothers, at least talking about the issue. Caused massive hair loss. This brother hits on the hair loss problem.
Women had in 2025. My goodness, what have y'all done to y'all head? Just take a look at these videos.
What you doing? How are you gonna cover that up?
I'm gonna cover it up. No worries.
Are you sure? Because it don't feel like it's being covered up right. You got a way I can look at it while you're doing it?
No. Just trust the process.
Okay,
It's gonna be covered.
Hold on a minute. She have a cul-de-sac and a comb over at the top?
All right, I never had to, sit here and feel like it wasn't being covered up. So I was just wondering, I trust you, but it just don't feel like it's gonna be covered up.
Covered up? Lady, you trying to braid some fake hair? Your head is in complete patches. You need a whole full toupee or wig to cover that whole head up.
Yeah, I'll cover this up.
I'm gonna trust the process.
Lady.
You want to see what I have so far?
Yeah.
Well, let me take a picture of your phone.
No, I mean, you got a mirror and you spin me around all kind of different ways. Can you spin me a way where I can see the back, or maybe put a mirror in front of me or something like that?
Get this.
The picture is going to give all the details. I want to see it.
What do you mean, how?
You got one mirror. I'm pretty sure you have another mirror, like the front and back mirror.
First of all, you coming in there looking for the lady to do a miracle, and then you're going to be so sensitive about you want to see every step of the process. What the hell is going on?
I don't think I can.
I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to do it. I trust you. I just want to see, I'm just sitting here right now looking at your pretty pictures, but I'd like to see.
Folks, some of these women have hair loss worse than a 50-year-old man.
My girl got some fuzz coming in. Woo! I'm so happy for her because she's been fighting this hair
Some
loss
fuzz.
for a while. So seeing some fuzz come through is a blessing. Anywho, let's get into it. So my girl is getting a lace with no glue.
What are y'all doing to completely destroy half of your head like this? Please, somebody tell me.
And it's going to be some braids. Before we start, don't go on my booking site and be booking without a consultation.
The George Jefferson
will be canceled and there's no deposit refund. If you have any thinning, I need to be sure that you're able to get the hairstyle that you
George Jefferson with braids.
Anywho, my girl is getting a ponytail. This is the
Okay. As the brother said, he's so confused and shocked at what was going on with women's hair and head. I mean, I think it's a crisis at this point. It was something that I tried to just overlook, and it's like, yeah, let women do whatever they want to do, but now it's affecting our youth. So, as I said, this is a global thing, and this next video, the brother really hits it on the nail on the head, all for the whole planet, okay? He really brings it home as to the deeply rooted problem why women are spending money on synthetic, plastic, whatever kind of hair. It's a very spiritual issue as well, because when you can remember that the locks that come out of our hair are antennas meant to connect us to the cosmic energy of the universe, and women are suppressing that. And that's why I think I see all this fighting and violence and now death. Seeing a lot of women who have died, and the pictures they show, they were gluing their hair on. Let's listen to this brother as he describes what he believes is a bigger issue going on with Black women, especially.
Hair so much. They say black is beautiful, yet it's striking that over 90% of Black women, whether in Africa, Brazil, Colombia, the USA, Canada, the UK, France, Germany, or elsewhere, have hair on their head that is not natural to their race. They either wear fake wigs or natural white or Asian looking hair obtained from humans of other races. Why do they do this? In Nigeria, the poverty capital of the world, Nigerian women buy natural Asian hair sometimes for up to $10,000. These people who have nothing but a natural white or Asian looking hair industry has become more lucrative than the industries such as waste management, sanitation, and research.
Is anybody else shocked that women are spending $10,000 on their hair? I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Development combined, those industries that they actually need to clean up their countries, the misplaced priority of the hair that look like white women on their head. They have let white women set the standards of beauty for them. When I refer to Black women or Black people in general, I am not including people of mixed race. A person with one parent being white, European, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, or Latino parent is not Black. Are you listening to me, African Americans? Tiger Woods is not Black. Barack Obama is not Black. Naomi Osaka is not Black. And to Nigerians, William Troost Ekong, Leon Balogun, Tyrone Ebuehi, and Ashley Plumtire are not Black either. They are mixed race people. There are Black just as they are white. If biology is not taught in the African American education system, that is not my problem. Now let's move on, shall we? Whether it is Michelle Obama, Naomi Campbell, Beyonce, Rihanna, Serena Williams, Tiwa Savage, Zozibini Tunzi, or Lupita Nyong'o, they all wear fake white or Asian looking hair or wigs that are often styled to resemble white or Asian aesthetics. I must give credit to Lupita for sometimes embracing natural, like her natural hair. In Africa, people not only wear hair that is influenced by white or Asian styles, but some also bleach their skin to achieve a lighter appearance. You see, for all the white guys who are overweight and struggling to find hot girls, if you are into Black women, consider flying to Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Gabon, Cote d'Ivoire, or the various African countries and see how the women will run you over. In both Congos, even the men bleach their skin so terribly that some parts are dark, other parts are light, and others are a mixture of everything, which makes them look like African leopards. So all the insight I reveal and compile in my usual under 10 minutes video are things that few others who applies logic to everything. I stood out among my friends and circle because I questioned things that didn't add up. My parents thought I was odd, and many people accused me of being inauthentic, but I have never been dishonest or fake. I refused to present falsehood just so I can grow my channel and gain more followers. Many Black people dislike me and my channel, not because I am wrong, but because I speak the truth in ways that others wouldn't dare, even in their wildest dream. Nothing unsettles a Black man more than accountability. Now, let's move on. I've cleared that one. The average Black British, French, German, Dutch, and other Western Black women spend about $3,000 a year on their fake white and Asian looking hair. In Africa, that figure averages $600, even though about 40% of the population lives on less than $5 per day. Well, it is often funded by their many boyfriends anyway. What is it about Black hair that leads Black women to go to such lengths to conceal it? From this the Sahel extending west to the Ghana and then east, the Cushitic Africans, the Berbers, the Bororo, and some other small groups in the northern Sahel and the Nilotic regions who have hair textures more akin to those found in the Middle East. The dominance of the Caucasian on our TV shows, film, and social media has significantly reshaped beauty standards. I mean, even Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, Indians, Filipinos, and many other Asians would whiten their skin. Sometimes they appear so scarily pale that I don't even see the point. Like Asians, many Black Africans struggle with an inferiority complex that prompts them to whiten their skin for reasons that I find difficult to comprehend. However, when it comes to hair, there is a noted trend. Around 90% of Black women, regardless of their location, do not appear in public with their natural hair. This indicates a profound level of insecurity. However, one woman stands out in this context. She may during her 25-year tenure as managing director at the World Bank, she wore no fake white or Asian looking hair. In the 60s and 70s, our women in Africa in particular donned African outfits and proudly wore their natural hair in public. Is it sustainable for an entire race to be buying Indian, Brazilian, and other non-Black human hair of poor humans so another race can wear them and pretend they are beautiful? How did we get here? What is this madness about? Can you name even one Black female celebrities as defined earlier, someone whose parents are both Black like me, who does not wear wigs or hair that resembles white or Asian styles? Imagine an innocent Finnish, Russian, Korean, or Chinese, or even a Japanese person who met a Black girl he fancies and they started dating. One morning, she wakes up after taking off her fake hair. He got the shock of his life, staring at his girlfriend like, who are you? While white, Asian, or Hispanic women often wear wigs as a fashion choice or for a short-term style, many Black women seem to adopt fake white and Asian looking wigs and human hair as a permanent shield against their natural hair. You can go ahead and hate me all you want and even unsubscribe from my channel. I refuse to play political correctness or create content merely to accommodate the sensitivities of any particular group. Now let's take a look at some Black women around the world. Temi Otedola wears fake hair. Oprah Winfrey wears fake hair. Genevieve Nnaji wears fake hair. Milali Ndamase wears fake hair. Kelly Rowland wears fake hair. Diane Abbott wears fake hair. Denise Lewis wears fake hair. Winnie Harlow wears fake hair. Shakari Richardson wears fake hair. Fatima Diame wears fake hair. Christine Ohurugo wears fake hair, and most of them all wear fake hair. Fake white Asian looking hair. Black women spend more time putting on or maintaining their fake Asian looking hair than is necessary. You don't need to wear them, black women. You are beautiful just the way you are. When I was growing up, there was a saying, black is beautiful. I've always wondered why we use that phrase specifically. Shouldn't all humans be considered beautiful? When people see a puppy or a baby, they often say, oh, it, she, or he is beautiful. This makes me question, are we implying that some puppies or babies are ugly? What I'm trying to convey is that Hollywood and white standards should not define beauty. The absence of a strong black presence that has successfully created a developed nation, culture, and identity has left the global black community fragmented among the dominant cultures that shape their world. As a result, black women often feel pressured to conform to beauty standards established by others. The failure of the black race goes far beyond the dirty streets of Africa. It has weakened the self-esteem of black people around the globe. If black men can embrace their thick, coiled, zigzag hair and proudly brand it, then black women should also find a way to celebrate their natural hair without feeling the need to cover it with hair that mimics white or Asian features. To black women in the Caribbean, Brazil, Colombia, the USA, Canada, the UK, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Portugal, and throughout Africa, I want to say this to you. You are adorable and beautiful. Your curves are unique. No other woman comes close. Your skin color, your lips, and your overall structure are, in my opinion, the closest thing to heaven. If you think we're wrong, if you think we missed anything, please leave.
And I want to say that not only is your hair beautiful, but your curls are antennas, spiritual antennas that connect you to the cosmos and the creator's love, spirit, love, energy. In many ways, your curls are protection, and to cover them, this is the consequence of what a lot of women are doing, black or white, is reducing your protection, reducing your effectiveness to be a light in the world, to be an influencer in the world, and to be in the image of the Creator. The Bible has told us that we are made in the image of spirit, in the image of the energy, because God is energy, frequency, and spirit likeness. So when we're covering these curls all the time, we are not representing the Creator. And so the energy you're putting out from that covering that false covering that women are wearing is going to attract what? Falsehood, lies, deception, death even. As I said, I've seen many women lately, in the last year, I would say, I've observed many women who have died at a young age or were murdered, and they were all wearing false hair in the pictures that they showed of these women, all of them. As he said, something like 99%, 95%, I think 90% of Black women wear false hair. I am grateful to be part of the synchronistic human family, where I think all of the members are very conscious and who are wearing their natural hair in very creative ways. So here is the Synchronistic Human website. If you are struggling with your insecurity, your low self-esteem, then now is the time to reconsider how you're going to treat your curls and how you're going to improve your curls versus slapping some Chinese or Asian hair, white hair, whatever kind of false hair. And even I've had women say, well, I'm about my only natural hair. Women who are selling their hair, we have no idea what that hair was connected to in terms of a body and the blood cells and the spirit, the circulation, the immune system. All of the things that hair came out of are now being put on someone else. It's like a organ transplant. You're taking on the energy of the person who once had that heart inside of their body. When you choose to put hair on your head of some foreign person, and especially synthetic plastic hair, oh my goodness. Watch the Netflix documentary called Microplastics. That's affecting the fertility of women, all the plastics in our society, because now they're in the bloodstreams, in the brains, in the testicles. The plastics are everywhere. And then for you to consciously choose to put it on cover your natural hair, and especially the glue. They're now coming up, the creativity is amazing. They're coming up with wigs that don't require glue. They just plop on your head and you don't have to worry about gluing them. You just straighten them out and voila, you've got the white look, the Asian look, anything but the African look. So I want us to all be very prayerful about sharing this information with the women in our lives who are wearing plastic hair or any kind of wigs on their head, because there are consequences. We are in a series of, the earth is vibration, it has risen, is rising. And so if you're in a low vibration of insecurity and low self-esteem, it's going to affect your health. Because if your body is not keeping up with Mother Earth, then who's going to suffer? Not Mother Earth. The individual who is not raising their vibration along with Mother Earth's vibration. Look at all the volcano eruptions that are going on the planet. This is a sign. It's a serious sign that we are in a whole new atmosphere, a whole new spectrum of vitality in the earth and in the human beings around, where many people are coming into the fourth and fifth dimension reality, leaving behind the anger, bitterness, conflicts of the third dimension. And so we're all in this kind of tornado effect or whirlwind effect of movement, of spirit, of energy to help us rise to the next dimension. So let me just, before we go, let me read some comments here. And thank you all who've joined me tonight. Breath work. Yeah. Okay. Dreams. Let's see. Okay. We got Daryl. Thank you, Daryl, for showing up here. Dreams to reality. Okay. That's Daryl. Thanks for the breath technique. Yeah. Breaking real bad. Yeah. I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with the Wi-Fi, but I believe that it is about the sun and moon. The blue moon has just ended, and it has created a new wave of spiritual energy, in my opinion, because even things in my own body, I realize it's not just me, something else going on. So Dreams to Reality says Dr. Bobby Price has hit the nail on the head. If you're not following him, thank you, Dreams to Reality. That's what he does. He brings a really strong truth to help us wake up, breaking up a lot. Yes. And I thank you for hanging in there through the breath, breaking up. We're breathing through the breakup. That's what we do here. We take pauses with the Wi-Fi energy. And Dreams Tree, I said, thank you for touching on this, helping us to removing toxins from our body. Remember, that was the breaking out from my braiding. Yeah, yes. My sister, Dr. D, had some braids put in her hair when we drove to Miami together, and she was just itching and she had an allergic reaction. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the hairdresser or the woman who put them in said, oh, well, these are organic, I think. So much for organic, because as Dr. Price said, there are other elements in there to keep that hair together and to produce it. They have to use chemicals, as with any processed food, processed items. Chemicals are always involved in the production and manufacturing of just about any product. That's why it's best to have your own garden, your own food. Know your grower. go find a farmer's market so you know where your food's coming from and what they're putting on it. At least at the farmer's market, you can ask questions, but it's hard at the grocery store to ask questions about things in a box or a bag or a plastic container. And Dreams Treehouse says white women get extension as well. White men get toupees and wigs. Yes, of course. So who's suffering the most? I don't know. I haven't seen the statistics of people of other races, but I'm starting to see more Black women who are dying and noticing, not just dying, but being murdered. Okay. The woman who went to the island with her so-called fiance, I forget where they went, and she ended up dead. There have been so many women over the past few years who ended up dying, and their hair, the wig was right there with them. I'm just saying, your protection is your natural curls and your consciousness, your ability to be aware of circumstances that need your prayer, your meditation, and not just being out there to be glamorous and have your hair flying in the wind. That's nonsense these days. It's nonsense. They're kidnapping children, are missing everywhere. I'm seeing more missing children right now. And is it because the parents are still so busy spending money on their hair? This is a crisis, people. I'm telling you. Where are the parents? They're at the beauty shop. They're at the beauty supply getting more nails, more hair. Something is wrong in the family situation in the Black community right now. It's obvious to me. And yes, I don't know that white women are so obsessed with wearing their extensions and their hairs all the day, all the time. And I'm sure the children are not wearing hair. Like the teacher said earlier, she's concerned that these 10 and 11-year-olds don't want to come to school without their wigs on. Where are the parents? Oh my goodness. Okay, and then let's see. White women. Okay, next is, you're right, the energy transformation. It's all about energy. It's everything's energy. And we are transforming quickly. We have nanoplastics in our body everywhere. And to volunteer to consciously put more nanoplastics on your body, I'm having the hardest time getting my family to give up polyester clothing. It's nothing but plastic. But my granddaughter, I'm working on her more than anything because she was sleeping in polyester. And I took that little outfit away and I bought her a 100% cotton nightshirt. And at first she didn't want to give up her polyester clothing. And I had to I actually showed her the video about plastic and polyester and how dangerous it was and how it's killing. And then that convinced her to wear her cotton gown every time now. We got to we got to educate people. Otherwise, we're going to be going to a lot of funerals because people are so unconscious. Okay, so nanoplastics is a problem along with the cancers and let's see. This is Kimya. Thank you. Very interesting info. It's truly worth sharing. Please share. We have a crisis. I'm telling you, we have a crisis. If you spend any time on YouTube or even Facebook Messenger, or all that, you see all this violence, crazy conflicts going on. And I'm always paying attention to what they're wearing on their hair. It's 100% of the time. It's not their hair. Some plastic. So thank you, Kimya, for tuning in. And I just hope you'll share this with our sisters. And the men don't get away. The Black men don't get away. You know what they're doing is just cutting it all off. They're bald. They're keeping the beard. But Black men don't. Both my sons, when even just a few curls come in, they're in the bathroom shaving it off because they don't want to deal with the curls. And I'm like trying to give them ideas. Well, just wear a low cut. No, they'd rather just be bald. I think with Black men, that's maybe sexy, or they think they're more handsome without their curls. So you're just as guilty, setting the example of low self-esteem or insecurity or just plain laziness, in my opinion, because you'd rather shave all your hair off and be bald like Michael Jordan or someone instead of don or represent the cosmic curls that set us apart. from the rest of the world. Don't talk to me about racism and we need reparations and blah, 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 when you're not even taking care of your temple. What do you need reparations for? If you're not taking care of the temple, you're going to be dead in the grave, because the way some people are treating this sacred temple, the karma will catch up with you. I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little harsh, but this is serious now. This is serious. We have let this go on way too long, and I haven't been speaking up because it's like, oh, well, it's really none of my business. Yeah, it's my business because I'm a light worker and I represent the Christ mind. Okay, so dreams, thank you. Okay, dreams to reality says yes. And then we have this true to correction to your intuitiveness. Absolutely. We all need to develop intuition to discern. When you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you we don't see anything wrong, we can't find anything. That's a typical answer right now. I'm on a lot of Facebook health platforms or groups, and the people are going to the doctor. Well, the doctor did all these tests. I got this rash, a lot of rash, skin problems. That's a liver condition. I got this rash, and the doctor says there's nothing they can do about it. And then people in the audience will go to a dermatologist, and I'm like, don't waste your time at a dermatologist. Really? Have you been to I've been to several dermatologists in my lifetime. Took my child to her. All they do is give you some cream to slap over it. They don't tell you anything about detoxing your blood, cleaning up your blood or your liver. So forget the dermatologist. And if you're going back and forth to the hospital, the doctor, and they keep telling you, we don't see any problem, we can't find anything, just take a look at what's on your hair, what's on your nails. They're covering up the crystals on the end of your fingers. Huh? What kind of clothes are you wearing? Are they polyester, plastic, causing your body, your skin not to breathe? These are the serious questions we have to be asking, or we're going to be going to a lot of funerals, I'm afraid, this year or in the near future, because we're not asking the right questions about our own lifestyle, our own behavior. It's really about checking your own lifestyle and your own behavior to decide, why am I having an imbalance in my body that's showing up on my skin, in my eyes? I can't sleep. Look at these things. Today, we're trying to help you look at, are you wearing a wig 24/7? Are you covering your hair with some plastic braids or 24/7? Are you covering your nails so they're not breathing? The crystals are not actively protecting you. That's what they're there for, protecting your hands and on your toes as well. And are you wearing plastic, which we have a problem with microplastics getting into the bloodstream, in the brain, the testicle, everywhere? Ask these questions if you have any health problems that you are not being able to resolve. And then you're going to have to change your lifestyle. Take the wig off, start conditioning your hair. One of the things you can do to start bringing your hair back to balance is apple cider vinegar rinses. Using a good, healthy shampoo. I'm not recommending anything because I buy curl mix. I use curl mix products because they help my curls to shape and do a nice hairdo. Curl mix is one I use. And when but all you have to do if you're in the shower is put a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in water and pour that over your hair and rinse your hair and kind of massage it. And if nothing else, you can use olive oil on your hair, coconut oil on your hair. There's a lot of natural things you can do if you don't have the money to buy anything. But otherwise, there are so many good natural black products for black hair, especially on the market. And here's another one. Doing bentonite hair clay mask. Exactly. That's a great way to get some of those toxins out. Just buy the bentonite hair clay mask. You can buy that on Amazon, I think, and you can make a paste of it with water and then spread that on your hair, leave it on for a little while. Leave it on for a little while and let it set, and that draws out the toxins. And then rinse it off and just put a little coconut oil on there. Braid your hair and put a nice cloth on it while your hair is healing. Wear some color. Create a new African or Native American head wrap that will bring out your natural DNA, exquisite uniqueness. Don't be having self-esteem issues. There's no time for that. We need to bring out the uniqueness of Native American and African American and all the cultures out, the Hispanic. Bring it out naturally. And let's see, to dream to reality says you can use goat milk and honey. Absolutely. That's another good one. So there are lots of natural ways if you make the decision to stop covering your hair with plastics and toxins. Start looking at ways to bring back the balance and the hair. The hair will start growing if you take the wigs off. But if you're going to keep covering them with the hair, plastic, and the wig, it's not going to grow. It's going to get worse. And then the problem is it's going to get into your bloodstream. That's what we're trying to really bring home today. Your bloodstream is going to be affected the longer you keep those wigs and hairs on, and then you're going to have all kinds of problems on the inside. Pain is the first sign that shows up that there's an imbalance, inflammation. Too much stuff going on out here with the nails, the hair, the eyelash. Oh, let's not forget the eyelashes. I don't know what they putting on the glue and the eyelashes and the clothing. And then when you start having inflammation and taking lots of aspirin, then you're destroying your liver and all that. So we want to help you here in Viada's Tiny House Village. I'm here every Friday morning with Health and Wellbeing with Viada. If you join me on Friday morning, you can always ask questions. I have over almost 40 years in the holistic health field. I've done everything in this: coffee enemas, carrot juice, juicing, raw fruit juice, raw food eating, fasting. There's hardly any area of the health healing journey that I have not been on. So if you join me on Friday morning, Health and Wellbeing with Viada, come with your questions and I'll try and answer and help guide you out of the low self-esteem, the sickness and disease energy that you might be in right now. And they got a pandemic planned for you any day now. Well, no, they've already started the campaign of fear. So if you are already feeling inflammation in your body, pain, suffering, you have no energy, then they're going to make it worse for you. And they, meaning the systems of education, government, medical, all the systems that are so broken and corrupt right now, they have plans to reduce the population in their systems. If you stay in them, you'll be right along with the other sick and people asking for a new drug, a new vax, whatever. We're here to help you. And I might add my sister to Dreams. If you want to put your Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm, she also has a YouTube channel that is educating us on how to improve our life and become more conscious. Dreams to Reality. I think that's the YouTube channel. So check that out as well. But in the meantime, I'll see you on Friday. That's Synchronistic Human. If you're interested in joining a group of very conscious people who all have natural hair. There's no wigs in that community at all that I'm aware of. And you can, don't forget, if this has been helpful to you, like and subscribe, please. You'll get a notice when I go live Friday morning, every Friday morning at 9 a.m., Sunday night at 8. Unless I have a family affair of some kind. I sometimes don't make it on Sunday. But rarely. And then every Wednesday I'm here to promote. And it's time to breathe out of here because Wi-Fi is still acting up. So thank you all for joining me. And let me see, I think I got 2 more comments here. Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm is the YouTube channel. Here we go. Yeah, join her. Check her out. Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm. Go and subscribe, and then you'll get a notice when she goes live. And that's my sister, Dr. D. Thank you so much. I will share. Great show. Thank us. United souls, united spirits. We are becoming more and more conscious of our soul journey in this sacred temple that allows us to freely express the truth with no fear or being courageous, because this soul is going to go on. When this body goes down into the grave, or when this body stops working, soul eternal journey goes on. So no fear here, no worries. And we're promoting health and well-being and consciousness. Very important, raising our consciousness these days so they don't put any more tricks out on us. They can't do that anymore because we're too smart. We have more knowledge now than ever. We have no excuses with AI. Whatever you don't know, ask AI. I try not to use AI too much, but sometimes I go, okay, I had a plant, my avocado plant had little red spots on it. And I at one time had this app that you could use to scan it, and they want to charge me. And I'm like, wait a minute. AI probably can answer this question. Sure enough, I went to WhatsApp AI, Meta AI, and got the answer, more than the answer that I needed about what was wrong with that plant. I needed some Epsom salt in there. I needed some iron in there. And then I maybe needed to change the pot. So all the suggestions I got with AI were very helpful. And hopefully that plant is going to continue to prosper. I got like 3 avocado plants growing on my son's patio. I'm so excited. 2 of them are just as healthy as they can be, and one is like having a little struggle. So anyway, that's just I digress. Everybody, please have a great evening and study to show yourself approved and to raise your consciousness. It's all about that, because with AI and the powers that should not be, we got to be smarter than them and create more and better tools to help us on this journey. So to all my yogi friends, namaste, sat nam, aho, to all my Native American brothers, sisters, loving you on the reservation and wherever we are, and all my African American knowledge intellectuals, ashe, and synchronistic family, love you much. We are growing in leaps and bounds. So let's catch up, because you don't want to be left behind. It's too risky. We'll stay together, united souls all the time. So, okay, I lost my video. So let me see if I can find it. In the meantime, I think I got all the questions. Everybody have a good evening. And we'll see you on Friday morning. Don't miss it. Shalom.
The kookaboota and ha. The kookaboop and ha. En ha kabosa en lisa ora corona kukrakus kado en ha na kukabora en ha na kukabuch en ha anuki madress with mad pusha lao on the map with mad to cool type of yow the cooksa hapa aka papa r penenza put the cookana sa or go who's to get a limit to order azempa haka kepu katarak a derke hen Tashiya was you on the sound come on. The fear who the comedy a count at noon. I kick the geek up to a part to sad. I knew get a horse, look at my garage. I knew I went for good papa lag. I knew I got but you I could get that. I knew could do on the culture ain't yet. I knew could do la mother was part of that. I do free papa that the gamos and knew but now the super do I got the horse. The cook could put it in ha. Yeah, the kookaboop and ha. En ha kabosa en disorder, kadora kukrakus kado en ha. The kookaboota en ha. The kookabooch en ha. En knew I did the cow a cat. The cow knew I knew how which part and cat. I knew I did back name but attack. The diamond drives pop down to bat. We park a work cap and jump a car. Pass it and shit there, who's a hack, who's a patat. Zika boom, a cat, they get a boy. J.A.